Nah. Let me just give me 1 second so I can update links. Because YouTube is not that, like, I scheduled the live in advance. I thought I did everything good in advance.
You didn't
But
send me the link.
no, but I didn't send you the link. But when I was trying to go live together on the other one, then I made mistakenly press something and it went. Y'all, I don't know. Let me go on my mail. That's first things first. Let me go on my mail and then let me go live. And I feel like I'm echoing
You already live. I see this. The says live.
the notification. Okay, that's what I need to get live on my channel. Let me see if we on here. No, it. Okay, no. All right. I don't know what's. Okay, it's like I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't know, Gwen. I don't know. Live with Antee Gwen. This is the Dale Show. This is the one.
Clock is ticking.
Yeah, no, I see it. I'm just going to update the link. Um, and I'm gonna just let people. Let me just go to the invite events. Let me go to my events. Okay, events. Not create an event. Where are my events at? Okay, all right. It's just okay. View your upcoming events. Okay, happening now. Start. Let me edit this. Let me start this.
Some people coming in.
Hey, you got anything, any tips for asking a girl out? Gwen, why don't you take that one?
What? Oh, I don't know. I'm probably not the. I'm not the expert.
Well, just tell them from your own advice.
Just be natural, and just be truthful and say, I like you, and would you like to go out with me? That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Simple. Very simple.
yeah, that's it. You said I'm nervous, but I wanna.
You
Um,
step out on faith. you know.
yeah, step out on faith.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
I see this. Okay, now I could do it. Edit invite, edit the link. Okay, let me edit the link. Now I can't save it. Okay, let me just get. Hey, y'all, I see y'all in the building. I'm just going to message my guest and I'm just going to message the guest right here. Going to invited 90. I don't know. Okay, just give me 1 second. Select all. Everybody's invited. Message friends. Go with friends. Okay, y'all. This what we're gonna do. August can Oh my God. This is all right. Forget it. Forget it. I ain't even I ain't even gonna This is not right.
What is it doing? It ain't. I mean, I don't understand.
See, the thing is, it's all good. I'm trying to message people. I'm trying to message people so that I can, but it's all good. I ain't even gonna do it. I ain't even gonna do it. New link for the live. I was trying to because I had another link up there. I had another link up there, and that's the link that I advertised all week. But now that link is not working, so now they got to find us again on this other thing, and it's because hey y'all, okay, I'm back. I'm in it. It's no big deal because that's what I'm learning is life is about change. And sometimes you got to switch it up, and that's just it. I appreciate everybody that's in the building, and it's the switch up. I'm telling you, I don't be stressed all day until I try to learn how to work this live. Shiny, yay! I am so happy you on here, Gwen. You are shorter than me, but it's all good. I'm so happy
Yes.
you on here. You can't hold it, Gwen. You got to put it up on something so it can be still.
Oh,
Um,
I don't do that. Because
you just got to
it gotta
lean
be.
it on something. You got to lean it on something. So anyway, so yeah, because when you holding it, it keep on freezing.
Oh, okay. So I don't know.
Um,
Let me see something. But it's still not even enough.
yes. Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it and got it. Okay, let me see what the topic at here. First of all, LaShawn Wade's in the building. I'm so happy to see you in the building. Just
Hey,
working on the episode now. Shoot right here. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. So anyway, so child, I've been listening, I've been looking at stuff all week, you know, news issues all week. Just
like,
listen at Boston standing up to the new administration, saying that they not with the mass deportation. I feel like if every town stood up, you know, I don't know how much would change because these people seem like they doing what they want to do anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going with that. Mm-mm.
Well,
They're gonna stand up. I mean, California stood up. Boston is now standing up. I'm not gonna
has
give them.
anybody else? DC stood up.
Yeah, you got.
Brooklyn came
Yeah,
outside.
they're gonna try, but you gotta fight back. I'm just. That's the way I feel. You
Yeah. I mean,
can't
you
give
know,
up. Gotta fight back.
I did see. Let me turn you up too so I can hear you. I did see where Trump said that that these immigrants is they natural farm workers. He said the inner city people won't do the farm work, and you know what? I can tell you he's right because you ain't gonna get no black people to be somewhere on a farm, working for white people. No, that's too that's too traumatic for us. We're not gonna do it.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't know why they want to send the immigrants back. But guess what? We all immigrants.
Yeah. I
If
mean that, and that I think
you can
that's what they don't
settle
realize
into
too
if you
is
can settle into that, we all immigrants. This is not just your land. It's not just
mm,
your land. Okay?
yeah. I mean, the thing about it too is, I'm with people having a way to be in the country legally, and if it does mean, I mean, if you're standing in a Home Depot parking lot, and or you were standing on at a street light selling fruit anyway, and working on the farm is a way, but I'm not with no indentured servant. like this is the only way you could do it, and if you don't do it, then you got to get out of here because that's too much like an indentured servant, like a slave. So I'm not with that either,
Right.
um but this is not no one person's land, and that's what people need to get, need to realize is this ain't no one person's land. So
Right.
um yeah, so much has been going on. Wendy Williams, did you see that? She is,
Yeah, she's gonna say she's gonna come out of that conservatorship thing because it's. I think they sued her and her ex husband sued. I don't know
well,
what's the result of it yet.
the thing about it too is her lawyer said that Wendy said that she is not with him suing. He was suing on her behalf, trying to get her freedom. And she was like, he's a money grab. This is what her lawyer said, that he's a money grabber. Andrew Lee said, go to sleep, gang. Andrew,
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 you
we
going to
wide
sleep?
awake. We wide awake. No,
Go to
but
sleep, Andrew.
her lawyer said that he was a money grabber. You out of here. See you later. Um, that he was a money grabber, but then they they said that her guardianship has been upheld, that she is showing signs of dementia and aphasia, and they maintain her guardianship. So she's still gonna be with this lady, Sabrina Mossy or Morsi or whatever her name is.
Mhm.
And what, I looked it up earlier to see, like, can you just leave all your money and just walk away from a guardianship? But they was like, no, it's a court appointed thing.
Tax court. Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So what is her way out? You know,
Well, who's her next of kin? I don't know.
her son, or I mean, her son. I think her ex husband was trying to save her, but when she was like, "Oh, you got to, don't add her name to the lawsuit," I'm just like, even if he's a money grabber, I would rather him, because he used to be responsible for her financial affairs. Now, mind you, he
If he's gonna do it, let him. Let it be written that he get a certain percentage of it just for filing it or for doing it, and then let get the rest of her. That's what I say. But I don't know. See, I don't know. We can talk about the situation. We don't know all the backstory. The situation. We don't even know.
well, the backstory is, she's been I mean, I see she was out and about too, because they said she was at a restaurant, so things must have gotten better where she could leave the medical facility. Hey, Stacy. But the thing about it too is, you know, to me, like, I don't know, it's just like, this is a matter, to me, it's a matter of your friends. Like, you need to really watch your friends. I mean, lately I've been seeing these videos with, like, a person being friends with, girls being friends with girls, and then the other girl kill the other girl and steal her identity, like, and I just feel so sorry for Wendy, that she has no one that, because the thing about going to bat for her is you had to go to bat beforehand, you know
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's a sad situation, kind of. Sort of like she's stuck or something. I don't know. But
No,
then
that's exactly what it is. She's stuck, and they're declaring that you need to continuously be stuck. Now, to me, you are out of your mind when you say your husband, you don't want to have nothing to do with your husband suing, the guardianship, because essentially he's trying to break you out of there, even if he does get the money. You know what I'm saying?
you shouldn't get all the money. You should get like should.
No,
Uh,
some of it. I mean, I don't care. Like, to me, see, I don't know.
I think her son should be more involved, but they were saying, well, allegedly that what I read that he was doing a lot of spending. I don't know.
See, to me, Wendy, to me, when I heard this interview with her on Charlemagne, on the Breakfast Club, you didn't sound like you had all your marbles. And
Oh,
uh,
you heard the interview? I didn't hear it.
yeah, I heard the interview. So you didn't sound like you had all your marbles. And what you really need to do is you really need to, like, to me, because you don't have nobody. You got this elder attorney. So the attorney knows the law. The attorney, if she's not integral, I mean, nothing saying that the lady is not integral, but all she knows the loopholes to keep you declared, because you just had a test to say that you're in a mental state, you don't need to be in your guardianship, and then all of a sudden it says your thing is upheld because you are showing signs of dementia. I'm like, I don't even remember how
So,
much how
so
we're
go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, at what point, suppose that she keep going, downhill, downhill. Who gets the money after that?
They get the money, the state gonna get the money. They're not giving it to her son. And that's what a lot of people
Or to
have
give
done,
it to
like.
her guardianship, the person.
That's what I'm talking about. So to me, that's what, and that's why I feel like you're not integral, because y'all gonna declare this. A lot of celebrities have experienced that people declare them incompetent so they can take their money, because these be some like straight devils out here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I would rather see crooked husband get the money, because at least crooked husband gonna have money for the son, you know. Um,
I don't know. I just, you know, I just wish, somebody in the family, that cared about her, to take, I think early on, not, well, now it's too late. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, me too. I mean, speaking of family caring about it, first of all, if y'all just tuned in, Bunny, y'all know I gotta do this once per show. Shut up, honey. They responded to these dogs across the street, okay, which is barking constantly. I'm like, this dog across the street got to have a headache the way he barking all day long. Like, this dog, honey, they got to get this dog some water or something. This dog is going crazy across the street. I mean, he is barking all day long, which is why I don't feel bad when my dog be barking, because I'm like, I used to feel bad, like, oh, my neighbors, but I'm like, no, no. Unless y'all going across the street to check this dog, don't say nothing to my dogs, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of guardianship, now
Last night.
Gladys Knight, her son just came to her rescue because they like her. Her son is claiming that that she is experiencing dementia. He say he talked to the manager. She's experiencing the manager say she's taking a real downturn where she's losing her like mental faculties, but they're claiming abuse by her husband because he still got her torn. Now, when we had my experience dementia,
Right.
and like I think to me, and I'll just get your opinion on this. Like, what is the best thing for Gladys? Because you do, as a dementia person, as a person that's losing their faculties, you do gotta let them do the things that they love. I mean, you if they like church, you gotta take them to church. Gladys is a singer. You like, singers. I'm just thinking of what is the solution? Because you're the nurse here.
Well, if they see signs of dementia, and they were saying, like, in some of the concerts, she couldn't even complete a sentence, and if you seeing signs, that's a moment where you pull her out, you know
Mm.
because she
But
not
what's the upside and downside of that?
um the downside. hmm, the upside, she may not want to do it, but she's showing all the signs. But the thing is, you just gonna have to. I mean, somebody gonna have to, like the husband. He see it. I mean, you can't just be wanting all the money. But if you see her going down, that's not. You know, don't do it. Just pull her out of it. I don't know what's the
I know,
doubt.
but what so and then what happens though? Because I feel like the minute you start sitting at home is where you're gonna decline fast. You know, they said
But
she
people
was
are walking.
already diagnosed with like sundowning, which is like people get confused in the evening. But I mean all your concerts is in the evening. So if you got sundowning, you might need to do some 3 p.m. concerts. You know what I'm saying? But
That's when it starts.
I mean, I don't even have no sundown, and I still want to do some 3 p.m. concerts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the son, noticed a lot. He noticed even talking to her that she ain't gonna be able to keep that up. She's not gonna be able to keep that up. At one point, they're gonna have to stop it. Because they said people were walking out on her concerts.
Mm,
And
mm.
some saying, "Son, yeah, you're right, son." So they were walking out on her concerts, but I don't know. And then she had to cancel one concert.
See, I don't know. To me, I just be feeling like I heard Tony Bennett them saying that he suffered with mental faculties too, but he could sing his entire like catalog. But then when he got off stage, he didn't remember, he didn't know. That's now this is what I heard. Okay, so of course it's allegedly, but I feel like I want you to do the thing you love to the end, because if you can still get out there, because what is the benefit? I'm gonna sit you at home. Now you're not gonna be doing the one thing that has been your entire life. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna do it at all.
Right.
Because that's where I feel like the sadness comes from. What y'all think in the comments? How would you handle if you was Gladys' nice son or husband? How would you handle it? Like, because to me, I want to see you out there. I'm a person that I want you to croak right doing what you love. You know what I'm saying? You on
Mhm.
stage, you love to sing. That's where I want you to have your final moment at, rather than be at home. Now you're declining because you don't do the thing that used to like fill you up, and now it's a slow brutal decline, because I've seen it with my own grandmother, is how you could be inside, and then just all of a sudden you wither away down to hospice. And that's not a life to live when you used to do this one thing that will keep you going even longer.
Yeah, but when the progression starts, it's gonna be, worse and worse. It's gonna be worse and worse. Even though you love it and all that, but you can't keep up, and they eventually gonna have to. So maybe now they might not. Um,
Hey, John, how you doing? Glad to see you, John. If you just joined in, we talking about Gladys Knight's son saying her husband is abusing her because her mind is he's the son saying he's noticing her mind faculties. The manager saying that as well. They say she's been diagnosed with like sundowning, and I was just thinking to myself like, how would I want the thing about it too is, to me, I wouldn't like. I know you eventually got to go, but I think I would be working with the background singers to just step up whenever she had a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that we could keep her on stage, because that's what I want you to do. I want you to sing until the very end. I don't want you at home where I got to pick you up. Now I got to wipe you. Now I got to turn you off. All from like pulling you off of the thing you love.
yeah, I mean, you can go so far. You can only go so far, and eventually, when she can't do anything, you have to pull out. But I mean, as long as she can do it, that's probably what the husband was thinking. As long as she can do it,
Yes,
he was letting her.
because you're responsible for your wife's happiness. So you gonna have to see her being miserable. Ja, I see you saying right to like keeping her going or right to eventually pulling her out of there. Because that's what I'm gonna do. Let me tell you something, honey. I am gonna let you croak right mid concert. Okay. You about to be like on the one night train, and that is gonna be your last. Because I want to see you do what you love to the end. I don't want you at home. Like part of your mental state is consistently creating that serotonin in there that helps you to like feel good. You know what I'm saying? And a person that's been touring for years, honey, after 3 weeks, this lady ain't gonna be safe. You know what I'm saying? You said keep her doing what she loves singing. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all, and see the son. First of all, Gladys sued her son before. Did y'all know that? Gladys sued her son to get her name off of that restaurant when
Yeah.
he was prosecuted for like failing to pay like $1 million in employee taxes or something. God bless
Yeah.
you, brother.
Mm.
But anyway, he sued her. I mean, she sued him. He said it didn't estrange him, but I'm just like, you know, when people aren't an artist, they when people aren't an artist, I don't think they know. Oh, I meant to put this on Do Not Disturb. I don't think they know how critical it is for you to be able to do what you love. And I feel like the thing is to work with the background singers. Okay, moving on, Gladys. We love you and we wishing you the best. Moving on, honey. Did y'all see? Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about with y'all. Now, I'm glad you on the line. Stacy, I'm glad you on the line. First of all, if you just tuned in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. This is the Dell Show 2.0. This is how we doing it now. Going live directly on YouTube. I got Antee Gwen in the house tonight. I'm so happy to have her. I'm on my couch tonight. Let me tell you something. This is the life. Okay. I've been on this couch all day long watching Damascus. Have y'all seen Damascus on Tubi?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well y'all gotta see Damascus on Tubi. It is a good show. New show on Tubi. Tubi is free. Yeah, and guess who else gonna be on Tubi? Okay, in this fall, your girl Dell's Juke Joint is been greenlit by Tubi, so I'm so happy about that. So make sure y'all are following me. Make sure y'all go to my website, which is in the comments below, so y'all can subscribe to my email list and y'all can get all the updates and everything. But anyway, this is what I want to discuss, Ja. Okay, since you're here, Stacy, since you're here. Um, I was gonna go to this free concert, okay? Because I was just like, in LA, this is the only thing about it is, thank you so much, brother. This is the only thing about it is, I was gonna go to this free concert, right? Because I was just like, where are the men in LA? Where are the black men in LA? Like when I tell you, this is like I did not know how white it is in this town. And this is not a bad thing. I love my white friends. My white friends be having so much fun, and I just love hanging with them. But when it comes to meeting a man, I want to meet a black man, and that's just the bottom line. And there's nothing wrong with that. So anyway, so I don't know. I was telling my friend, where is there to go? Like, I need to know the spots in LA. And so I was like, well, maybe, I am signed up for this free concert tomorrow. So maybe I'll meet somebody there. And my friend was like, Dell, he's like Jamaican. I mean, he's Panamanian, but they're like Jamaicans that speak Spanish. But anyway, he was like, Dell, well, how you gonna go to the free concert and meet a man? A man at a free concert, that's not a man you want to meet. I was like, oh, he was like, if I'm there for free, the next thing free is you. And I was like, oh, you don't even think about that. But then I think about, okay, but I'm a high value woman at a free concert. A high, I, to me, I feel like a high value man could see a free concert to Trey Songs and go there, but like, is it a mindset that he's trying to keep you from?
Yeah, it's a mindset. Cause I don't know if the men with money will be out there. I don't know.
Mm.
They might be at somewhere else.
Ja, what you think? Put it in the comments. Where would they be at? Where would they be at? Because the thing about it too is, when I think back to all the men I have seen at a free concert, it do look like they was like 2 weeks out of the shelter. You know what I'm saying? like even the ones I see in a relationship, I don't be like, wow, where she meet him at? I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cute. That couple, that this and that. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. I can't go to no strip club to meet no man. Josh said they at the strip club.
That's where they at. They be.
They in hell then. I don't want to go in hell to meet a man.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go to, like, I don't know. Can you get a quality man at a strip club? Because to me, that's the same mindset as the that's the John mindset. When you at a strip club, you got the money, but something says to pay for the female and pay for a sexual environment. So to me, that's the John mindset. Like, so can a high value? I mean, I know plenty of high value men come to strip club, but like, is you know, is that a place?
just
Is
go
that a
to
place?
concert, but as long as it's not free. How about
I
that?
know, but then what if I'm hunkering down to pay my bills? That means I can't even afford to go to the places to meet my man.
Well, you just have to have money to be there.
I know. So that's what
So
I'm saying is, but I'm not spending on listen, I just gotta just be hanging out at the grocery store. I just gotta go in there like 100 times a day. Cause groceries I can afford. I can afford groceries, honey. I can spend $80 on groceries. Yes, I can.
yeah,
John, where else besides the strip club are they at? I don't know. I say I gotta take more trips home to DC because my best friend is in DC and they do have a thriving, you know, grown and sexy scene there, where the grown and sexy people meet, they go to party, they listen to quality music, but they do spend to get into parties too, I mean, maybe that's where, I don't know, because I'm a person that $100 to get in the party, I'd be like, absolutely not. No.
you got to
I
pay to get in parties now.
Yes.
What?
If a party has a band, they gotta pay the band. Like the promoter is not coming out of his pocket. You know what I'm saying? And it's usually like a promoter that's got to. You said the church. Now, yo, Ja, why did I ask AI where are the rich black men at? As I was like, as a Christian female, where can I meet the rich black high value man at? And the first thing it said was at church. I be at church every Sunday, but and I do be seeing like attractive guys, but church is not like the right place to be like being like, hey, yeah, I don't know. I would feel I don't know. I think they gotta we gotta be at a church function, like a volunteer thing.
Yeah, cause yeah, I don't think they're gonna reach out to you at church, just at a
Just
service.
over some respect.
Gonna reach out to you. I don't believe. You know.
I think just on like respect, they don't reach out. Just because you want to be focused, you don't want to seem like you say gotta find a well stocked church though. Ja, I only go to well stocked churches. People hate on mega churches, right? But the mega church pastor, the mega church leader, most of the mega churches, they have the story of,
I'm
you
not
said, when I
Jamal.
was single, I sure did have enough cougars coming after me. Jamal, Jamal. Okay, Jamal, I don't know if you just joined in, but guess what? This I was telling them earlier, just to recap for y'all. I was telling my friend, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know where are the men here?" I was like, "But I am going to because I wanted to go out that night, but I was like, I'm going to a free concert tomorrow, and maybe it'll be some nice guys there." And he was like, "Dell, you don't meet a man at a free concert. If he going to a free concert, the next thing free is you, Jamal." I was like, "Oh my word!" I was like, "You just opened up my eyes." So I was asking on here, and Jamal said, "Well, I was 22 and had 50-year-olds after me." Jamal, let me tell you something. I got a 31-year-old that be calling my phone here and there, and I'd be like, "Brother, just go ahead and get you one of these young girls out of here because it is no halves, okay?" but that's what I'm saying is, where are the high value men? Because do you agree? First of all, do you agree if you say only free if you want it to be? Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, can you
That's
meet a high? I'm a very high value person, but I enjoy a free concert. I invest my money in shows and different things. So it's not like when Beyonce come to town, honey, I don't invest $80 because I be investing in my own production. So that's the last thing I'm thinking about doing.
80. It's
Huh?
way more than 80.
No, but last minute her tickets was $80 at the last minute.
Okay.
Like they be like 400, and then the day of the show, like an hour before the show, they drop down to like $80 so everybody can come in there. Uh, but do you think a high value man will be hanging out at a free concert, Jamal? And then if not, where are they at? Now I asked Ja, and he
Club in the
said at a
church.
strip club. But I was like,
Church.
you might have high value in income, but it's low right here. Like to me, when you hanging out in a strip club, and maybe because I worked at a strip club, so maybe I just is like that mentality, but that's like meeting a man in hell. Like to me, you know what I'm saying? Jamal said nothing wrong with a free concert. You have to have friend connections. Ooh, high value friends know high value people. Yes. Yeah. I think you got to meet people through, I think you got to meet them through your other high value friends. Your high value friend. My friend tried to hook me up with her friend. Okay. This brother like works like crazy. So, I'm not interested. And then first he was like way in Dallas. Okay. Then I was like, all right, long distance, I'm done because he already like, he's nice guy, but like you way down there. But then he moved to here closer to San Diego. So then he was like, yeah, maybe we could meet and eat some food. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Never heard from it. Then like a month and a half, maybe a month and a half afterwards, he just hit me out of the blue and sent me a picture. It was like, "Hey, Dale, I got a new phone. I don't know if I ever sent you a picture of me." And I was like, "Brother, I ain't heard from you in a month of Sundays, and then you just send me a random picture. What? I'm sorry. What you said? Don't blame 31-year-old homie. You are exciting, gorgeous. He might be the guy. You look young enough too. No, 31-year-old, no, because I need a man that can have a future. Now, you know what? My grandfather's sister, actually it was my great grandfather's sister. It wasn't even my grandfather's sister, it was my great grandfather's sister, Gwen, your daddy, Shelby's sister, Elizabeth. I went and met her in Chicago, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And she was 80 and her man was 60. And I was like, oh, you like him young. And she was like, he came after me. And they have been together all this time,
Wow.
all that time. So I thought about that with the 31-year-old, but like when I'm around the 31-year-old, this brother ain't got like it. This brother has absolutely no comment. And also too, like, even though I'm 50, I'm actually like 96. like my wisdom is like way up here. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I can, it's gonna be super hard. Um, uh, Stacy said high value men are at the grocery store right after work hours and Home Depot on the weekend. Go to Home Depot to buy a light bulb. Oh, okay.
Sound like some
Josh
good
said
advice.
bingo.
Sound like
I
some
gotta go
good
to the grocery
advice,
store right
Stace.
after work. We call that well seasoned. Yes. I gotta go to the grocery store right after work. No, I just said to myself, I just be over here chilling too because it is a less like you do have to have the right partner, honey, because the wrong partner will stress you out.
Yeah, if he ain't chill like you, if you chill, then
Or
and
actually, the right partner will stress you out too. So you really got to have them right. You know what I'm saying? It's really got to be compatible with you. So I just be in here chilling too because I be wanting to have my, I be wanting to have my like I be wanting to finish all the things I'm supposed to finish.
mm-hmm. When he said, "Let's chill, don't finish it," then that's stressing you out.
I think
Okay.
I think I need to have my man just live in the apartment like right next door. Like just so we could be like on the phone all night. And I could be like, all right, I'm about to call it in. I'm about to head on in. Like so I can go to bed, but then I can like stretch out in my own bed and like be diagonal in my own bed. And then I could just
Well,
run over there and jump in the bed with you when I'm ready. But then be
that's a
back over
single
here.
life. That's a single
Huh?
life. That's a single life.
That's a single life. Yeah.
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 You still want to be married, so you gotta give and take, I guess.
I guess so.
Mm.
I don't think I got no other subject. Gwen, did you have anything you wanted to talk about tonight?
No, you had a lot.
I had a
I was,
lot.
I
Yeah.
had sent you some things, but
I know I saw no, well, I saw American Violence from Wendell Pierce. I saw you sent me the charges of Donald Trump, but it really wasn't that, it was showing Barack Obama charges, Joe Biden charges, Donald Trump charges. Of course, the other two had zero, and Donald Trump had 91 charges.
yeah, like they was comparing all the presidents, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, and Trump. They had Obama had zero, zero charges in his column. Biden had zero charges in his column. Trump had 91 charges in his column. I was like, wow. But that's who they wanted to vote in the office. That's who they wanted to vote in. I mean, he got what he voted for.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I ain't even sweating it. See, the thing about it too is, I see a lot of business things, and this administration, and this is from Black people too. About this administration is pro business. The things that they are doing is making it like it is unprecedented for the small business, but not for the job. So it's time to create a small business. But basically on the post that I've seen. Um, but I feel like, definitely
I'm
people
just trying to figure out why he cut all of the like the he want to cut all of the health care, all of the all of that. That's just so.
no, and that's no, because his whole motivation was to get all of these foreigners off, well, foreigners in his opinion, off of the Medicaid system. That was his whole thing. But and I do feel like, some it's gonna be 3,000 of them people that's got cut, and it's gonna be some Black millionaires born out of that. Millionaires born out of it too. Period. Because some people, under pressure, they really rise. But I feel like that was his motivation for it. But this country is too rich for us not to have free healthcare. not to have, Medi-Cal, be able to go to the doctor, even if you working sometimes, like, still having another whole, I don't know how much, healthcare wants, you know,
But he's trying to stay in the White House also. So that's why these all of these little cities are fighting for democracy. So he wants to you know, he wants to stay in there. He gonna cry martial law if he feel like if he's taking over the cities and he feel like he lying saying that they can't control their own cities, so he bring in the troops. So eventually he can cry martial law and he can't come out of there. So why in the world is he building a big ballroom? Why? You're gonna be out of there in 3 years. You don't need a ballroom. One
see
way or another, you're gonna be out of there. With your health or when it's over with. Give somebody else a chance to go in there. Just saying.
somebody else going in there, period. Somebody else going in there.
Hopefully it's not JD Vance. the
JD
secretary,
Vance, I can't believe
the
after
vice
I watch
president.
his special, after I watch
He is
his
not likable. He's not
ap-
likable.
after I watch his movie on Netflix, he got a movie about his life on Netflix. I just could not believe, brother, that you would be partnered up with this brother after what your mama went through. You not having health care for your mama after her addiction. Like, I just can't
I
believe
wish
that
I'd
this
have
is what
found that video where he said how he talked so bad about Trump. Trump mustn't see that video because he sure got him for the vice
Trump
president.
saw the video. Trump saw the
But
video.
why? But
Trump saw the
why?
video.
Why he got him in there? Because
Trump saw the video.
he
But
didn't stand for the same thing. He didn't stand for the
listen, let
same.
me tell you something. Trump, you know, people want power, so they'll change their mind fast when at a chance of power. But JD Vance, I just can't believe you got with this man. But then also too, again, like I said, is honey, when you be looking at the Democrats and you be looking at the Republican, everything that they have done against and for black people, you be like, oh, these people is exactly the same. There's no different. Like, there's no one political party that is like way stood out for the black people. Honey, they be on the same team. Like, you be looking, you be like, wait a minute, that come from the Democrat? I voted for honey. So it ain't, I feel like I just looked at Joy Ann Reid page, and and that's another thing too that I had written down. I've looked at Joy Ann Reid page, and she had this is Trump's America, and it was like this white veteran shot this black veteran in broad daylight because he claims that he was lying about actually serving. The man was in a wheelchair and he just took out his gun and he just shot him right in broad daylight. And then immediately I just unfollowed Joy Ann Reid, and
Because
I
she
went,
showed that. Why you
huh?
unfollow her? Because she showed that. Because she showed it.
Yeah, okay, because the thing about it too is I don't need to keep seeing the bad news. First of all, shame on you, Instagram, that you would even let a video like that be posted um on. But I just feel like, you know, I don't if you're on TV, okay, let's get your journalism on, but your time when I see Joy Ann Reid's timeline, I feel sad. And I can't have someone coming through my timeline to make me emote negative feelings. You know, these things have always gone on. It's always been the wicked. So, and I have, and that's why I'm bringing it up, because I know you are the type of person where it doesn't affect you as much, and you like to be informed. But and maybe y'all put it in the comments, would you rather be informed on something like that, or would you not like to see it on your timeline? you put it in the comments because I'm a person that I don't want it coming through my timeline. Gwen, what about you?
Well, I don't like to see nothing like that happen. Like on the spot like that. I would just rather that you would report it, but not show it like live.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's just me. I don't want to see it as it's when it happened or after it happened. I don't want to see brutal stuff like that. In my face. But if you can report it, and that you can read it, but I don't want to see it. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
You said consciousness is part of our sister's beauty on Righteous Code. I love y'all. Black consciousness is part of our sister's beauty on Righteous Code. I love y'all. First of all, thank you so much, Jaton. I like conscious to me, I like being conscious of the Lord's righteousness. You know, the Hebrews in the Bible, black people. That's the consciousness I like. Conscious of all the black killings in this, let me go right back to sleep on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Another thing that I don't like watching much, which I have to cut off, like when there's a certain podcast that have nothing but negativism, negativity, and I have to skip over that.
Yes.
Sometimes you want to see you know things like moving forward, good things.
Yeah.
The future is gonna be good. I
Yeah.
don't want to hear all that negative things, so I have to cut that off. I have to keep that to a limit.
Yeah.
Also.
No,
Mhm.
me too. When
Yeah.
that's why when it comes to like
So I
news,
do want to be
I
informed. I really
yeah,
do. Hmm.
I want to be informed about things that benefit me.
Hmm.
So that's why I don't watch the news. I just let those things like come to me. I pretty much keep, my timeline very like Christ filled, But I do keep following, I'm following DL Hughley. I was following Joy Ann Reid, but like, once you post a shooting on your page, you know, to me, you have, and this is not Joy personally, but like to me, those things they come from the underworld, and I don't want to keep visiting the underworld on social media. They are demonic. They're happening. They've always been happening. You said life without Christ ain't split on Black Jesus. Life without Christ ain't spit on Black Jesus. You said I live in
Change,
my time
change
on
that
horrible
P
news
to a H,
stories.
huh? Change that P to a H.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Yes,
I might be
yes.
wrong.
Straight job, straight up. Let me tell you something. I like Christ keeps you in the lights. Like, I'm going throughout my day and I feel joyous and I feel like I'm able to pull myself back up and renew my own mind throughout the day. Like, even today, I was like, today I'm gonna today I was about to go submit my book to a few more Black agents, and then I was like, it's done. It's I can rest today. The Lord has handled every single thing. You know, like that's what walking with Christ is to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Things
Without
that
Christ,
things that make you feel good too.
yes. And
Mhm.
I feel like the things that make you feel good, they come to you. In fact, that is how I get like my sketches that I put out, my on Instagram. I will
Mhm.
be like, Lord, give me the next sketch. Show me what I need to do. And the Lord will show it to me. And me and the Lord will be in here laughing. And that is how I will record a sketch. He will show me, and I'll be like, is that me or is that the Lord? But when I sit on this couch and I bust out laughing, I know the Lord has given me the next thing to like put out. And that is how close and intimate that the Lord wants the relationship with you. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like when you make the relationship with him, in Isaiah 54, and this is, for single women too, and I keep this scripture close to my heart because I am a single woman, I'm a married woman that has not met her husband just yet. Okay. So, but it says that your maker is your husband, and so I keep that verse near to my heart because I want to make certain that I am, that I recognize the Father's dwelling with me. Birthdays, the Father got me gifts and all type of stuff. Every occasion that a couple would celebrate, the Father is sending me something too. Like, so, but to keep a close connection with Christ, I unsubscribe. If I see any post on, it being too negative, and that's why also too some people's messages I don't even check because their timeline is polluted and they consistently send me the messages in my inbox. So I'll limit their messages. I won't even check their messages because I don't want to keep hearing about this tragedy and that tragedy. So I'll put them on timeout, or I'll put a silent notification on, or unfollow a person. You gotta protect yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you want to feel upbeat. It make you go along in life a whole lot better to me.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
that negative it downs your spirit, and
yeah,
then it makes you feel down. So that's why I have to skip over it.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like today, I just feel good just doing things for me. I went and had my car service. I had just oil
yeah,
change, and
yeah,
I felt so good about it. I had to sit there and wait for it 2 hours, and I got up and I went shopping. I look around for stuff because my class reunion is coming up this weekend.
yeah,
Can't wait. I'm
yes,
just looking to do things, do things
yeah,
make me feel good about it,
yeah,
and I'm just looking forward to it.
yeah.
That's all I could do.
No, that's gonna be, and that's also too what we was talking about the other day is,
Mhm.
the real wealth is living. That's the real wealth. Like
And being able to live, to
being
do
being able
things,
to live,
not
being
always
able to
thinking
walk.
about,
You know,
not always thinking about struggling.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Being able to actually live out the plan.
Right.
To
Mm-hmm.
live out, uh, whatever you want to do. Because money is great, and of course, and it's the Father's promise to us. But the real wealth is in our identity, which is knowing we're already wealthy and just going forward. I say that by my bills a lot of the times. I'd be like, it must already be paid, it must already be paid. Like it just, well, what am I thinking about it for? Obviously the Lord got it,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
I'll think about that, and I'll just settle
Yeah.
that in my spirit. Guys, if y'all are tuned in live, I just want to say thank y'all so much for tuning in live. When the Father told me to go live directly on YouTube, man, oh man, did I have some angst about it because I'm so used to the stream yard where the things pop up and this, and I could just do this bells and whistles. But of course, then when I look back at the videos, then the videos look real ashy. Like I just need to lotion up all the videos, And but I know why he said it, and it's what he tells me to do every single time. Every time I get the instructions, at that change, I'd be like, oh Lord, why did you say I just got it? I did that. And child, the way I sat on this couch late, like the way I sat on this couch today and chilled out, not having to get no pictures together, not having to download no video, and then I had a little bit of stress too because I did the live earlier, but now I'm gonna just post that I'm going live, and I'm gonna just create the live right on the same day, and just send the link out that day because you know like the Father knows best, and I'm just so happy He knows best because my plan be stressing me out. But yeah, you said my ASMR, y'all are soothing to me. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hold on, Gwen. We need to get some chips so we could chew. What kind of ASMR you got, Ja? You got the chewing, you got the chips ASMR, or you got the so you know, this is what I'm saying is you really gotta think about.
Mm.
Oh my God. Child, Gwen is tired and Gwen is yawning. And you say keep talking like that. You just might find a boo. I'm about to go. I'm about to get up and go to this. Like one thing I got is this like little jazz spot around the corner, and it is just so nice. And I think I'm gonna just get up and just walk around there real fast and just kick it and just chill because once you get dressed, child, you be like, look, when I interviewed Lunell had gotten dressed, but the interview was only like 30 minutes, like for this talk show that I was hosting. And she was like, that's it? And we was like, yeah. And she was like, I done got my nails on. I'm gonna have to go have sex with somebody just because. She was like, early this morning, I'm looking this good. Yes, you are. You said, whatsoever we do, we shall prosper. Yes. Okay, thank y'all so much. If y'all looking at this on playback, do me a favor and subscribe to why is this coming in when I got on Do Not Disturb? But anyway, y'all make sure y'all subscribe and thank y'all so much. And Gwen, thank you for joining me today. And I will see y'all next time right here on the Dell Show. To per not point. Stop playing. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jamal. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, everybody that joined in. Love y'all.
Bye.